Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning in to another how to install video on the channel today. This one concerns Westeros Total War. It is a mod for Medieval 2 Total War, and it was launched just 3 days ago, so this is still a very new mod, so I thought I'd give you guys kind of a quick how to install video on it. Now, for those of you guys that are interested in downloading Westeros Total War, it does require the Kingdoms expansion for Medieval 2, so make sure that you have both Medieval 2 and the Kingdoms expansion. And also, I'm not really 100% sure if cracked or illegally downloaded versions will work with the mod, but you can always give it a try. It's just, I'm pretty sure that GameSpy kind of locks any kind of modding on it on the old cracked and illegally downloaded versions like that. But it never hurts to try. You could always check and see. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the Steam version. However, if you guys only have the non-Steam version, it's pretty much the same installation process. You just have to find a different pathway, basically. So instead of going Steam Apps, Common, Medieval 2 Mods, it'll be like Program Files 86 Sega Medieval 2 Mods, something of that nature. But yes, this is a very new mod. Like I said, only came out a few days ago, and the last version actually came out in 2010. So a lot of you guys have been waiting 8 years for this mod, but it is finally here, Westeros Total War 1.0 beta. So yeah, basically I'm on the home screen here, but all you have to do is go to moddb.com and just type in the search bar up here Westeros Total War, and it will pop up like this. And then you just have to go to the Files option, and then click on WTW 1.0 Beta, and then just confirm your file size. I always tell you guys to confirm your file sizes before downloading the mod, because if you look at your download in the Downloads folder and you find that this is smaller than the projected size, then your internet may have received some kind of interruption or something happened and some of the files are missing. And that will 100% not make this mod work for you. So you'll have to re-download it. But all you have to do is hit the Download Now button here. And it should pop up in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And then you can close the window. Make sure to leave this window open until it starts downloading. There we go. Now, you guys won't have a little 1 in parentheses next to it. This just means that I've already downloaded this. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. But all you guys have to do is just wait for it to download. And if you guys don't have these 3 little books here, this means that I downloaded WinRare, which is an extraction software. So if yours is just like a little piece of paper, you're going to need to also download WinRare, WinZip, or 7-Zip. And like I said, this is just simple extraction software. So you just have to go into Google, basically, and just type in, WinRare download. And it should come up with a ton of links. WinRare is free. You don't have to pay for it. So if you just click on one of these links here and just wait for it to load. Here we go. So you can see that there are a ton of different versions here in different languages as well. So you could just find your language. But the English one for 64-bit is the one that I currently have. So you just have to literally select a language and then click download. And then once this little WTW is finished, you should have the 3 little books icon there. So go ahead and pause the video, and then we'll pick it back up once that is finished. Okay, so now that that is finished, go ahead into your File Explorer and then to your Downloads. For those who use Windows 7, you'll probably end up with like a My Computer thing, and then you just have to click the Downloads button there. But I've got my Westeros Total War right here with the WinRare. If it doesn't show up, all you have to do is right-click and then click Open With, and then you should be able to select WinRare. And then it'll just always open up these types of files with WinRare in the future. But if I click on it, you can see at the bottom there, 2.19 gigabytes. And that is the same as my projected file size of 2.2. So that is good. It means it downloaded properly. So double click on the file, and then it's going to ask you to buy it, but you never have to. After a 40-day trial period, you must buy a license to remove it. I don't think anybody has ever purchased that before. Or maybe one person, I don't know. But at the top here, you just have to hit extract to. And now this is going to be where it gets a little bit tricky. So you basically need to know where you've saved your Medieval 2 files on. So most people will probably have it on their local C drive or their main drive. And for Steam users, it's basically local C, program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, common, and then you should have Medieval 2 in this list, but I don't have Medieval 2 downloaded on this folder. So for you guys, though, just click on Medieval 2 and then click on mods. But I'm going to scroll back up. For those of you guys that are non-Steam users, it's probably local C, and then program files 86, and then you'll probably have a Sega folder here somewhere that you can find Medieval 2 in. But mine's actually in the G drive. It's my largest drive, so I really kind of save most of my games there. As you can see, here's most of my games. So there's Medieval 2. And then you just have to select mods. Don't double-click the mods like that, though, to open it up. Just keep it closed like that, because it has already populated that we're putting this in the mods folder. So again, just make sure that this is correct, and don't forget it. Remember where this is going, because you're going to need to be able to find it later to launch the game. So go ahead and click OK, and then the extraction process is going to begin. It only takes about a minute or so, really not that long. Oh, and I just clicked something else. Sorry about that, guys. And there it is. Sorry about that. I just minimized that for a second. But pretty much the reason I'm not cutting all of this out, yeah, it's pretty boring just to sit here like this, but chances are this is actually going to take the exact same amount of time for you guys as it is for me. It has nothing to do with your internet speed or anything. It's just the extraction of all the files from the zipped file. So it's really easy to kind of just follow along and see the progress that I'm going through and then match it to what you're going through. But there we go, almost done. Perfect. Alright, so now, instead of the downloads here, we have to go and confirm that everything works. So you guys, again, are probably going into your local C drives, but for me, I'm just going to go back to where Medieval 2 is, so you guys do the same. Medieval 2 mods, and there we go. So I've got my WTW folder there, and just open it up, make sure that everything matches just like this. So make sure that you're not missing your data folder or your preferences folder. Make sure that all of it looks like the way I have it. And here is the Westeros Total War Windows batch file. So this is the launch file. Now there's a couple of errors that could happen on Westeros Total War. If this is the first Medieval 2 Total War mod that you've downloaded, you'll probably experience an error called kingdoms.exe. It'll say something like cannot find kingdoms.exe. Just go to YouTube and type how to fix kingdoms.exe error in mods Celtic Warband. I have a dedicated video on my channel just to fixing this one error. So once you get that all straightened up, it should launch no problem. And it's a very easy fix. I think the video is only like 4 minutes or something. And you could even pause this video right now, go and check it out, fix it, and then come back. But the other error that actually I experienced the first time I loaded this up, I went and double-clicked on this exe file, and it came up with an error that said, don't know what happened, sorry pal, or something like that, and then it closed. And basically all I did was I just threw this away in the recycle bin, and then just went through that whole process again of just extracting it, and then the second time, boom, it worked, no problem. So if you get that same PAL error, just re-extract it a couple of times and test it, and hopefully it'll work for you. But yeah, so I'm going to launch the Westeros Total War now. It should all be working. So I have to make a quick cut here because of my recording software. I've got to switch it from the displays, but we'll pick it up inside the actual game. Alright guys, so I have loaded in here to Westeros Total War. And if we look at the Westeros campaign, everything is here like it should be. So we've got a lot of really cool factions here. We got House Greyjoy, House Arryn. We've got House Lannister, and then King's Landing here. So it's a pretty diverse campaign. The modder did say that this campaign is probably going to have a lot of bugs in it. Personally, for me, I found a number of crashes on entering into battles or end turn phases, so if you do enter into the Westeros campaign, I would advise that you save at least every turn just so you don't lose any of your progress. And maybe try putting it on medium battle settings, medium graphics settings as well. But I'm just going to jump into a battle so you guys can kind of see that everything is there like we need it to. Let's be House Lannister. And let's have them be House Tyrell. And let's give us some of the really good units here. Westeros Nobles. Wow, these guys are expensive. So 3 units of cav should be good, but look at the diversity of this roster here. A ton of units. Really nice to see that. House Tyrell will give them 1 unit of spears. And we have loaded into the battle with no problems, so that's good to see there. We can go ahead and really just start the battle here. I'm just going to select all my knights and charge forwards at this 1 spear unit here. But yeah, so like I said, everything seems to be working, guys, but like I said before, I just can envision all of the comments that are going to be coming in telling me about crashes and stuff. Like, you probably 100% will experience a crash at some point. This mod is still in very early stages, but if you can kind of get some enjoyment out of it, then it's worth it. But there we go, really hitting hard with the great House Lannister nobles. But hopefully you guys did find this enjoyable and also useful. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And yeah, we're just pushing on, breaking House Tyrell's spears, as should be done. But I will see you guys in the next one.